It truly is a time of purge. It truly is the time of the truth coming forward. And so in the podcast, I really invite you to see things from the individual me, myself, and I human experience, and then what's happening on the earth. And it's, you guys, it's the entire earth. It's the entire planet. It's not just the United States where the truth is coming forward. It's everywhere. And this is exactly what we knew was going to happen as we move out of the third dimension into the fourth dimension. It's so exciting. It's happening right now. And so part of this is the truth coming forward around trauma. And so it begs for the healing. And right now it's time for, there's never been more of a need for healing vibrations. And I just want to invite all of you to hold the vibration. Every single one of us can feed the intention and the healing vibrations for everybody. Can you guys imagine as the truth comes forward and the trauma is revealed, the healing? So there's a lot of hurting. There's a lot of trauma. And so there's this opportunity to hold the vibration of truth and be the light and immediately move into the healing. Immediately move into the healing. The truth is going to just lead us into the healing. And there's never been a better time for every single human on this planet to rise up and to feel what healing is for you individually, and then feel what healing is for all of us, for every human. It's a time of healing and it feels good, but that truth has to come forward. It's like ripping the Band-Aid off, right? So you can see the wound, you can see what's going on, because part of the healing, I mean, every day I do trauma clearing with people on video calls, and part of it is it comes up for you to see what's coming forward and release, not to relive it. So it really is this idea of ripping the Band-Aid off, the truth of it, so you can see what's under there, see the trauma, see the wound, do the healing, open up to the infinite possible possibilities. That's what it's about. You can't go 3D to 5D. There's a 4D in there. That's where we are. Woo! You guys, we're on the 4D right now. There's an invitation. The fourth dimension is wide open. The gateway, the doorway to the fourth dimension, it's individual. The me, myself, and I human experience, the individual choice, the free will, the intention, what is wanted. You got to choose it for yourself. So what is the fourth dimension? Freedom of mind, body, and time. We can feel this going back to 2020. So many people awakening in 2022. Choice, freedom, that's the vibration. You got to choose that freedom of your mind, your body, and your time. That's the fourth dimension. So there is some Band-Aids getting ripped off, but it's just so the truth can come forward and we can heal all those traumas and wounds. So let's step into the healing, y'all. Let's get out of the past. It's time to celebrate. And it's really time to be loving and compassionate for all those in need of healing right now. So brave to come forward, and so brave to transmute it, to clear it, to let it go, to shine the light for yourself and others. So brave to stand in your truth. I never thought I'd feel that way, especially as a Gen Xer. I got to live the 80s growing up. We got to all stand in our truth, right? And now here we are again, full circle, choice. And so how can you ensure your freedom? How can you ensure that you're not caught up in cult mentality, in cult society, cult culture, cult thinking? It's by being unapologetically you, being the individual that you are. Because when you tune into that me, myself, and I, when you are centered in the self that you are, when you're self-knowing, You can allow that creativity that you are as life force energy, the flowing creativity, the curiosity, the imagination, the desires of you. It's individual. It's not a one size fits all. There's choice. There's choice. And when we allow ourselves to be uniquely ourselves and the creative force of energy that we all are and flow, whatever that looks like and feels like, and we allow that and we don't cut ourselves off, that's the oneness. That's the oneness, because that flows from joy, happiness, enlightenment, the highest vibrations that we all are. So it's not about raising your vibration. You're naturally a high vibration. You got to choose to let the heaviness go. That's stuff that's not you. It's not a one size fits all. We don't all dress the same. We don't all look the same. We don't all think the same. We don't perceive and receive the same. This is why I don't write books. Because the way that I perceive and receive isn't how you perceive and receive. What my gut instinct does with a yes or no, your gut is going to do a different thing. It's tuning in for self. You see that cult mentality, right? That control mentality is taking away from who you really are, dumbing you down, right? Do this, not that, think this, not that. So part of the reprogramming and part of the freedom aspect of the fourth dimension is giving yourself the freedom. What do you think? What do you think? School never asked. I get that. School never asked, what do you think about this? No, they asked about what everybody else thought about it. I don't care. What do you think? What do you want? Your desires, your curiosity, your imagination, the flow and creativity of you. That's where we are in this 2024. This is the year of infinite potential, allowing yourself to flow, that infinity, that limitlessness, no more lack and limitation, no more scarcity, no more scarcity. You have to choose love over fear. Fear is numbing. Fear is the eliminator of dreams. Fear is the opposite of what is life-giving. Woo, you got to choose it. You got to choose the freedom. You got to choose the love over the fear,